episode 241 of the Lost Levels podcast, the Holiday Shopping Guide 2016. I'm your host, Sol. Hi, I host these every year. And with me, we have Spider Star You.
Bananas.
Hi, everyone.
What the heck was that?
You don't know what that is? That was for Mario vs. Donkey Kong for the Game Boy Advance.
I never played that game.
I just got it just got it back recently, so as soon as I saw it, I'm like, that needs to be on the podcast. But yes, hello,
Can you
everyone.
replay it?
You want me- Oh, of course I can.
So I need.
Bananas.
What? Did he say that?
Bananas. It was a commercial.
Why is Donkey Kong's voice like that?
It's not Donkey Kong.
Oh,
I thought it was.
I thought it was like some bad dub, like an anime dub. Like it was some bad voice actor.
No, he was just watching TV, and that popped up on TV.
Anyway.
Banana. Oh, and then Super Zambazy's here
Speaking
too.
of bananas.
Yes, I'm here. Hi. Nice to know that you're alive, Soul. That's nice.
Banana.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, for those of you who are new, this is the third year we've done this. Basically, right around pretty much this week of November, we talk about some of the games that have come out at least somewhat recently that whether you're old enough to buy it on your own or you're gonna get your parents to buy it for you, or try to anyway. There's a bunch of video games and even sometimes systems we've done that we recommend for you for the Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate season. The order we're going to do it is basically we're each going to say a game one after the other, not take turns and all that, like standard podcast form.
Ooh.
So first, if he's ready, Super Zambazy, would you like to go first?
Yeah, I would love to go first. I wanted to start by saying, first and foremost, next week. Oh, shoot. Actually, I don't know my schedule. Is next week Thanksgiving?
No, that's the week after next.
Okay, week after that is Thanksgiving. And as we all know, nowadays, it's not about Thanksgiving and family.
It's Black Friday.
And it's all about shopping and Black Friday. I mean, you're going to be in the store during Thanksgiving dinner. Of course. That's actually what I'm going to start with, is that I do not recommend to go to these stores for any of your holiday shopping after Thanksgiving or during. Don't go to the stores. Not worth your time. Not worth the madness. Stay at home in the comfort of your home on your computer, tablet, whatever. All throughout the weekend, there will be deals online, Cyber Monday, stuff like that. Cyber Monday is not exclusive to Monday. It's actually all week. Black Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Deals happen all the time. So just keep an eye on that, and you'll probably get the same deals you get in the stores or better. So, with that said, the big thing for this, I guess, holiday shopping season is that the new Nintendo 3DS is only $99, which to me
Ooh.
is so cool. Can someone tell me what the price was before $99?
No, I couldn't.
I got a new 3DS, and I paid like $200, $220 on that. But that was because it came with
that's-
red and blue. And it came
And
with...
was that an
was that the-
XL?
Yeah, it's not the XL.
It's the XL, yeah, I think.
Ah.
Yeah. No. Actually, no, it's not the XL. With the where you put the what's it called? The thing on top of it, the case.
Face plates?
The plates, yes. So no, it's not the XL. I paid
What?
$200.
It was 200? Oh my gosh.
When did you get it?
I got it. Oh my god! Like I think at the beginning of this year. Yeah, because that's when red and blue
Wow.
and yellow came out. I got red, blue, and yellow. So
Wow. So while I'm talking, can somebody fact check exact price that it was before this
I
sale
will do
that's
it.
going to
I
happen?
will do that.
Because this is if it's $200, that's an amazing deal. I mean, I know last year I bought a 2DS for my sister. It was $80. And now we have a new Nintendo 3DS for $100. Like that's
really
wow.
good.
That's really good. And I also saw deals like the what is it? What's the Mario game? Super Mario 3D Land,
Yeah.
I believe. There's a bundle with that, and it's still $99. Like that's wow.
Yeah.
If you do not own a 3DS, now is the time to do so. There are so many games to pick up with that, and that will also have discounts. Now's the time. That's my first recommendation. I will also have to mention that I do not recommend getting a Wii U. I
No,
don't
I don't
see
suggest
any
either.
deals. I don't think it's... I think getting a Wii U is worth it, but not with a Switch right around the corner.
Yeah,
I
save
think
up
a
your
lot
money.
of games...
If you
from-
have a Wii U, I mean, there are definitely some games
Yeah.
which I know we're going to discuss, but
Yes.
I wouldn't suggest going out and buying one.
Right.
Right
That's
now.
why for my pick, I say if you do not own a 3DS, that is the one you need to focus on this year.
Especially because a lot of the games we're going to be talking about are 3DS games.
Yes.
So I would really, really suggest at least getting one of them. I mean, heck, my older brother, he's going to go buy one on Black Friday because of the deal. He's going to buy one of these. So like, when you said the 99-cent thing, I was like, or 99 cents, $99 thing, I was like,
wish.
oh my gosh, I know exactly the deal you're talking about. Because my brother's going to get Pokemon with it.
All right, so let me just quickly go over some facts. The new 3DS with the faceplates and stuff, it's actually 170, but because I played 200, is like I said, because of the red and blue. So that's why I paid more for that. It also came with faceplates, the red and blue faceplates, and then it also came with what else did it come with? It came with like these what do you call those? What do you call on the 3DS? The 3DS menu came with like exclusive themes for the 3DS menu.
Oh, yeah.
So
3DS
that's
things.
why it was so much. But for regular is 170, like 169.99, and then for XL is 199.99. So this is an incredible deal. $99, $100 for a new 3DS. If you never got a 3DS, I'm just saying it
Now
should.
is the time.
Yep. Listen to
Speaking of which,
How's it-
Dark Boo could not make it today. Yeah, that's just I want to throw that out. It was very related. Second,
Just, just related.
just related, yes. Also, if maybe we should all pitch in and get Boo a 3DS. I'm just gonna
Oh my
complain
God.
about it.
I think he'd get mad at us for doing that.
Yes, he would.
He would. You'd probably just sell it.
Or take a video of him snapping it in half or something.
Oh
Oh my god. Don't give him ideas, SZ.
He'll step on it. He'll just step on it.
The only problem is
He
that
stepped
we
on
would-
his feet.
Yeah.
He said he has.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's my first suggestion.
Okay. You should go next.
I should go next. So yeah, your first suggestion was actually just a 3DS. Oh my gosh. My first suggestion is Kirby Planet Robobot for the Nintendo 3DS. Now, regardless if you're a big Kirby fan or not, this is a really good game to get into the Kirby series. So if you've never played a Kirby game in your life, this is a great game to start with. It's really easy to get into, very straightforward. Kirby sucks up enemies, he destroys enemies, he collects what does he collect? Oh, he collects these, I think they're called these geared things. I forgot exactly what they're called, but he collects these things. He saves Planet Popstar from these robot invasions. So, and also there's a new thing where Kirby goes into a robo suit. Or, I don't know. Oh my god, what exactly do you call it? You guys didn't play the game.
Mech suits, right?
Yeah, it's a suit he goes into, and then he gets copy abilities inside the suit. So like, there's a bunch of new copy abilities in this game, just with that suit alone, that giant mech. So there's so many things in this game. It's a great game. There's lots of levels. There's also throwbacks to older Kirby games. If you played Kirby games before, there's throwbacks to old Kirby music, old Kirby enemies that are returning, old Kirby copy abilities. There's so much in this game. This game has a lot to offer. So I definitely recommend new Kirby players who've never played a Kirby game, or even Kirby veterans. I absolutely recommend you get this game. And if you want to hear more about it, I'm going to do a plug, because why not? We did a podcast about this. Episode 225 with Kirby Vault, by the way, who is a big Kirby fan. I talked with him about the game, and you could just check out the podcast if you want to learn more about it. So you can decide before you get it. But it's a great game. I absolutely recommend it. If you have a 3DS, this is the game to get. And yeah, that's my game.
I do have a question about
Oh,
that.
go ahead.
Would you recommend this Robobot game over Triple Deluxe for a newcomer?
I would. I actually would. I feel like Triple Deluxe was a little bit more. When I compare the games, I actually feel like Triple Deluxe was a little bit harder. You know what I mean? Like, you played Triple Deluxe. I felt like it was just a little bit harder, because I feel like Planet Robobot,
Really?
the difficulty wasn't as. At least for me, I don't know, maybe because I'm just a big Kirby fan. I just played all the Kirby games, Kirby Return to Dreamland, all those Kirby games. It wasn't too hard for me. But I remember when I first played Triple Deluxe, I would always just bang my face against the screen with those enemies and stuff all the time. So I'm just saying that I feel like personally this game is not as hard. So if you're a new Kirby fan, especially, I think it would be a good game to get into. But that's just my opinion. So.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't know the difficulty compared to either 3DS game because I only played one of them.
And also, yeah. By the way,
Uh,
remember I played Triple Deluxe first, so maybe that's also kept in mind with my opinion. But yeah, that's my game. Kirby Planet Robobot.
So, do you know any deals coming up for Kirby Robo Planet Bot?
Kirby Planet Robobot. Say it slowly.
Kirby
not hamster.
Robobot Planet. That's what he said. I don't. Oh, actually, I think I do know some deals. I think I just got an
Ooh.
epiphany of deals. Oh my gosh. So
Epiphany.
I think
I see you.
Target is selling Kirby Planet Robobot. I think in the for Black Friday, I believe, for $25.
Yeah.
That's a steal. That's a steal. So
Pretty good.
I absolutely recommend you guys go get it if you have a Target nearby. You know, it's a great Christmas gift.
Christmas.
Yes.
Okay. Since you guys got to say your choices, I'm gonna say my game that I've already checked does not have any deals out there. I'm sorry. You can get mad. It's just not gonna happen. But Paper Mario Color Splash, a game we also
Oh, yeah.
did a podcast on.
Oh, so
and
good.
we talked. All three of us actually. The three of us were talking about how much we liked it. I'm a bad person and have not finished it.
What?
I
Get
got
your
busy.
butt off this podcast and go finish it right now.
I'm
We'll
so
wait.
lazy.
Go ahead and do it live.
Well, I can finish it over Christmas break.
Oh,
'cause,
please.
you know, there's no deals with it. It's unfortunately, it's gonna be standard. I think $60. But if you're willing to spend the money, or your parents are willing to spend the money, I would very much suggest getting this for your Wii U, especially because since the Nintendo Switch is so close, not a lot of Wii U games are coming out. I think Paper Mario Color Splash and I guess the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild are like the last two big Nintendo titles that are going to be on
Yes.
Wii U. So,
Yeah.
but the Paper Mario is good. I really suggest buying it. I don't think we're gonna spend too much time talking about it because we've said all that's need to be said and more on the
Episode
podcast.
236.
Yes, I would suggest maybe. I mean, we can all definitely agree right now. It's one of the best games for Wii U out like this season.
Yes.
Also, like the only one. I can't think of any other Wii U
There are-
games that came out recently.
Not recently, but like this half 2016. I mean, there's a few on our list.
When did Mario Party 10 come out? Was it 2015? 2016?
I don't know.
15.
Oh.
March 2015.
Oh, that feels like recent spell. Oh, wow. Man, that was a
I
long
know.
ago.
It's weird.
So yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, we can all agree it's definitely a good game. We've gushed about it before, but I
Yeah.
also wouldn't suggest listening to the podcast if you don't want to be spoiled.
Oh, true. There's
Because we went into every single level in that game.
Yeah, we did. It's a long podcast.
It's a good podcast.
Yeah, true.
Okay. All right. I've said my piece. SZ, please say your next game.
Ooh. Okay.
Ah.
My next game is a 3DS game. It's Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS. And the reason
Woohoo.
I highlight this one specifically is because we do have that huge range of Nintendo Selects. This is going to go back to my first thing. If you don't own a 3DS and I'm saying you should definitely go buy this $99 new Nintendo 3DS because there are like 10 to 15 to 20, whatever it is, Nintendo Select games that are, really good quality games for a cheap price, and not temporarily. This is their price for from here on out for $20. So you have things like Ocarina of Time. I'm blanking. 3D Land.
Animal Crossing
games like
New Leaf?
that. New Leaf, Luigi's Mansion, stuff like that. So the reason I say Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS is because it is a still full-priced game, but at Target you'll be able to pick it up for $25, and I'm sure you'll be able to find it online with crazy deals there too if you don't own the Wii U version. I think if you own the Wii U version, you'll be good. You don't necessarily need this one. But if you don't, definitely pick this up. Boom. And
Okay.
Staryu,
Oh.
do you know the podcast number for our 3DS one? Because I definitely do not remember, but we do have one. There is an episode for Super
Yeah.
Smash Bros. For 3DS. Plenty, actually.
We did a lot of podcasts about it. Oh, you got me on the spot, so I don't have it ready. Oh man, but I believe it's like in the hundreds, definitely in the hundreds. So you could just look at our episode guide. We have an episode guide on our website. Go to thelostlevels.mariopartylegacy.com/episodes, and you can just search for it yourself, and it will be there. You just search up Super Smash Brothers for 3DS, and you'll find it. Okay, so let's move on to my game. Oh my gosh.
You're next.
My game is Mario Party Star Rush. Which, oh my god. We also did a podcast about this recently. Actually, it was last week, I think.
Last episode.
Yeah, episode 240, Mario Party Star Rush. Yeah, me and SC we were talking about Toad Scramble, all that good stuff. This game is really good. The Toad Scramble.
Really?
Yes. I had really low expectations at first because it didn't have Wi-Fi. But Toad Scramble, Balloon Bash, I think what it's called. This game just has a lot of stuff that keeps it interesting, keeps it fun. Toad Scramble is just really awesome. I didn't think it would be as fun as it is. I really wish this game had Wi-Fi, but I still think this is a great Mario Party game. And definitely, compared to Island Tour, this is the game that needs to be in your library. This is the Mario Party game that needs to be in your library.
Mario Party games are always really good for killing time.
Yeah.
So I think this is a really good, I think this is a really good game to suggest. Especially because, I mean, I didn't play it, obviously, but one of my favorite Mario Party games is Mario Party DS. And Mario Party DS was, the game for car trips. And that was, my favorite game. I remember, I think it might have been when I moved down here to North Carolina, that was the game I was playing for a lot of it. Because I love that game. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
On the DS. So, obviously, these games definitely differ in a lot of things, but, I mean, if you need if you want to get a game that's just for the sake of killing time while still having fun, I would suggest this game for you.
Yeah, and also, if your friends or maybe your family have a 3DS as well, you can play with them with Download Play. You could do Toad Scramble. Toad Scramble, you could do, I think, 3 or 4 levels, I believe. Balloon Bash, you could do Download Play. So there's things you could do even if your friends don't have the game. So, yeah, awesome.
Okay, I'm next. And this one, I think this might have been on our first holiday shopping guide. In fact, it might have been on our last one too. But it's one of the Nintendo Selects that SC's mentioned. So it's really cheap. Animal Crossing New Leaf, which is now only $20, I believe.
And
Animal Crossing
now
New Leaf,
called Welcome Amiibo.
Oh, that's why I was gonna say Animal Crossing New Leaf. The reason why I suggest it is recently got a really big update. I didn't look too much into it, admittedly, but I know it incorporates Amiibo. I know there's a lot of new features in it, and I know there's a new villager named Inkwell, who is a octopus, and he's based off Splatoon. But I mean, also Staryu and SZ and me, even though I grew out of it, talked about Animal Crossing New Leaf for 2 years. Sporadically, we'd talk about it. So I'm sure if you're a longtime listener, you know exactly how, especially Staryu and SZ, feel about that game. But the reason why I suggest it is Animal Crossing New Leaf is Animal Crossing in general, but especially for the 3DS, is a really good game to just keep going back to. I believe I compared. I think I talked about Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon last year.
Oh, you did.
And I compared it to this game, and if not, I should have, because both of these games you can go back to for and do a quick thing and then leave again, and Animal Crossing, because there's the daily events and things always are changing ever so slightly. And with these new updates, if you weren't considering getting Animal Crossing, I think now is the time.
I totally agree. With this update, it definitely has kept it interesting, at least for a couple weeks. Yeah, I say that. But yeah, it's with the did you know about the new meow coupons? Meow coupons or whatever it's called. You don't know about those? Oh my god. It's a new system where you can get a bunch of new clothes, furniture, and things like that. It's awesome. So I definitely think if you never got Animal Crossing, now would be the best time to get it during this holiday season, because everyone's going to be turning on Animal Crossing again. For the longest time, it's been not many people playing it, but now with this update, there's a bunch of people playing it again, and I definitely think it's going to be relevant at least for a couple months. So I think you should absolutely get it. And you're lucky, because with this new Amiibo thing, I think with the Amiibo cards, you don't have to worry about the black market of villagers.
Oh yeah, because
I was
you can
just
basically have them
about to
move
say-
in.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that anymore. You guys are so lucky. You don't know the struggle that I went through. Oh my god, I feel so old saying that, but yeah, I went through the struggle having to be like, hey, I'll pay a million bells to go over to your house and
my
take
Animal
uh,
smugglers.
Sprinkle or whoever. Yeah, so I recommend this game. Yeah.
Dizzy.
Izzy.
Wow, that's
Um,
exactly
Bo.
what I was going to suggest. Is that that's like that
Olivia.
thing's a thing of the past. Feeling like you're kind of like in this weird place by making shady deals, trading villagers. Oh my gosh.
Smuggling them.
Yeah, it's not completely like you can do whatever you want. You still need to get the amiibo cards for
Yeah.
Animal Crossing,
Yeah.
and the specific one you want, you need to find that one. So
Right.
it's not as easy, but it is possible. So
But I think pretty much none of the except for like the special characters like Isabelle and KK Slider, and I can't think of any other characters that have amiibo cards that are special characters, but the Able Sisters, stuff like that. Those cards are probably more expensive, but you can. I feel like all the other cards are easy to find on Amazon. Like I bet you could search up any single one, buy it online, and have them move in. Which I'm willing to bet certain villagers that were expensive on the black market,
Yeah.
quotation marks, are going to be a little bit more expensive because more people will want them. So if you want to just dive in head first to getting the village you want with New Leaf, maybe you should buy some Animal Crossing amiibo cards, either the specific ones on Amazon or just the packs.
By the way, really quick, I want to say one thing before we move on. If you guys want, contact me on Twitter. Maybe I could be your sugar daddy on Animal Crossing
my
because I
God.
have 70 million bells in the bank. I am loaded. So if you want some bells, maybe I'll consider it. So contact me. What's so funny about that?
Nothing. No, nothing. There's nothing wrong.
Okay.
SZ. You know what, SZ? You should go next, actually.
okay, my next one, surprisingly, is coming from me. There are actually two games, and I'm just gonna say either or, Pokemon X or Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Now, the reason I put these two together is because both of them are apparently going to be, again, $25 at Target. So, and I don't know if that includes the alternate version Y and Omega Ruby, but
I
these are the ones.
assume so.
I assume so too, but these were the ones listed there. They didn't show the others. I think Pokemon is a worthwhile franchise to look into. It's fun. It's I
See,
don't know what else. It's fun.
while I agree with SZ,
Well,
I know Staryu will be talking about it later. Spoilers on his
Yes.
list. But there's new games coming out right
Yeah.
before Black Friday.
true, but those will be full price, and these are going to be at a discount. So
$25.
if you want to
Yeah.
test out the series, maybe get one of these older ones because these games they're great. They're really good. The new one is going to have new features and new looks and whatever, and it's improved in ways that X and Alpha Sapphire were not. So there's that aspect, but if you just want to get into the series, I would suggest starting with one of these two, because then if you actually do like it, you can move on to Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Mm-hmm.
Those are great.
Especially, at least if you're new to the series. If you're not new to the series and you at least if you played Ruby and Sapphire, I would not suggest getting Alpha Sapphire. I would suggest getting X and Y, because Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby are a little too similar to, they have a lot of changes which might be refreshing, but I feel like between the two, X and Y is more worth the purchase if you've at least played Ruby and Sapphire. If not, if you haven't tried Pokemon at all, I would suggest just jumping into Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, because there's a lot you can do in that game, even over X and Y. So, yeah. Okay, Staryu,
Spider.
you go
Star.
next.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Spider Staryu. Sorry, Spider.
It's okay. This is the only Wii U game on my list. So, this is for, I'm talking to the Wii U owners, people who have a Wii U already. So, if you don't have a Wii U, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people who have a Wii U and never got this. I recommend Super Mario 3D World. Now, I am shocked. Every time I go to Target or go to Best Buy, I see a bunch of Super Mario 3D Worlds just standing there, a bunch of those games. I'm like, what the heck? No one's buying these games? Super Mario 3D World is a freaking phenomenal game. It's phenomenal. So,
Yep.
if you have a Wii U already, I absolutely recommend you get this game. It's really great with multiplayer. Oh my god. Multiplayer is crazy. So fun. Annoying at times, but oh my god, you're gonna have like the most fun like ever with multiplayer. Oh my god, you're gonna be yelling, you're gonna be screaming, "Hey, why'd you throw me off?" Or why did you like make them lose their crown? You steal a crown or whatever. You're just gonna have crazy amounts of fun with this game. It has so many different worlds, diverse levels, just many different types of levels and things like that, and many different types of characters. You have Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, and Rosalina. So it's just so much stuff with this game. I definitely recommend, if you have a Wii U, you never had this game, you should absolutely get it. Now is the time to play Super Mario 3D World.
If you have like big family, it's a really good game.
Yeah.
It's also a really good game. I don't know if we're gonna do it. Like, I think my siblings are gonna be home for Christmas. We're probably gonna play that game because we have a lot of fun. Because unlike there are other Wii U games that you guys could we didn't suggest and aren't on our list. Like there's Mario Kart 8, of course, which I know we've suggested time after time for people to buy.
Of course.
It's a really fun game, but if you're anything like my older one of my older siblings who doesn't play video games at all, it's probably not the best to play with. Super Mario 3D World is, at least with like the first two worlds, is so easy to get into it.
Yeah.
Like right off the bat. So I would really suggest it to people with bigger families.
Yeah, and also there's many different ways to play the game. You can play like friendly, like work together, or you can be so competitive. So, you know, you can do it. You have so much
the
fun.
crown.
And evil.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned the crown earlier in case anyone's confused. That's why I mentioned the crown. So yeah, you could just have so much fun with this game. So that's why I recommend Super Mario 3D World. You can play it during Christmas or after or whatever.
Woohoo.
And the very nice thing is that this is a Nintendo Slugs game, so $20.
Ooh,
It's still
I didn't
20.
realize
Wait,
that.
is it $20 as a Wii U game?
It's a Nintendo Slug game, so it's supposed to be
Oh.
$20. You have no
My
excuse
gosh,
not to
you
have
have
this
to
one.
get that
You
game.
have to. That's a masterpiece. Great game.
What the heck?
Damn, I wish I got it for
I'm
20
mad.
bucks. Yeah, I paid $60 for that. That was still so worth it though.
My salt levels. So Star, you mentioned this game when, as this is kind of funny. Star, you mentioned this game when SZ was talking about the new Nintendo 3DS system.
Ooh.
Is Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow are all $10 at each. You can only buy them on the eShop, so this could only be for unless they have the new 3DS bundles still, but I don't think so. But basically, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, you know, the original Pokemon games,
Ooh.
they're definitely not anything like the Pokemon games what you're playing, but that actually might be a good thing because again, it's cheap, and I feel like it's not respectful, but it's interesting to see where Pokemon comes from.
Yes.
If you're a newer player, like my first games were Diamond and Pearl, and if you're anything like me, it's really hard to go back a generation with Pokemon. Like,
Yeah.
I was trying to play Pokemon Black 2, and I'm like suffering. I'm like, I hate this. Like, this is awful. Or I tried to play Platinum, and I'm like, oh my god.
So slow.
So it might be hard, but at the same time, if you're willing to try it, I think Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow especially, Yellow might be the game for you. If you're not used to the older games, Yellow might be the choice you want, but all of them are $10, so they're very cheap. They're on the eShop, so you don't have to go out and buy them. You can just wait for them to download, which is so handy. And I mean, there's not much else to say on it.
I mean, we did a podcast about it.
Yes.
Episode
yes, we did.
206.
I forgot about that. I was Jolteon in the thumbnail.
I was Star You, of course. SC was
What was
Paras. Paris.
Yeah.
Stop.
And Boo was Articuno.
I would
yeah.
say.
Let us see.
I would say that I'm gonna say the same thing I said on that episode. Is that if you want to get into the series, just go back to what I said. Don't start with this.
No, do not. Do not.
No,
if
no.
you never played Pokemon, do not start with this. You're going to be very frustrated and not want to continue with it.
Yeah.
I would first play the other games, and then if you want to go back, then yeah, I would absolutely. It's only $10. Each game is only $10, so you could go back.
Try. I like as much, you know, I almost feel like it's a kind of a cop-out, because sure, you can try Red or Blue, but I, again, would really suggest playing Yellow. I think Yellow is the best of the three after, like, long thought over it, I think yellow is the best choice. Simply because it's a little bit easier and it was supposed to be the better version anyway, so meh. Okay. Ezzy, your fourth choice.
Ooh, my fourth choice. So I'm just going to finish off with the 3DS talk by saying that there's a ton of games. 3DS is a huge library, a very fun library. If you don't own a 3DS, now is the time. But okay,
Stop slapping your hands.
but I'm gonna have Wii U games for my last two, and the first one is Splatoon. I think a lot of people. Actually, I'm gonna take that back. I don't think a lot of people skipped out on Splatoon. I'm surprised by how many games Splatoon has sold, it being a new IP and something fresh and new from Nintendo, and not something established. So I'm surprised how many people have that. But I think there are still people who haven't tried it, who look at Splatoon and like, it's something new. I'm just gonna stick with what I'm used to. I think now is the time to change that if you are one of those people. I think Splatoon is a very fun game. It's great multiplayer. It's definitely something fresh from Nintendo, and it's $35 at Walmart, and I'm sure you'll be seeing deals online for it. Now is the time to get, it'll probably get cheaper later down the road, but this is hard to recommend because it's coming to the Switch. I just thought about that, but I don't know. Splatoon is a great game, and it will be cheaper than the $60 that it's normally priced at.
Well, no, you might actually, Ezzy, you might have actually a point there. It is only like $35, something like that right now. If you do have a Wii U and you're planning to make the switch to the Switch, I think this might be the game to get if you're like, if you're for some reason a newer Wii U, and you bought the Wii U somewhat recently, Splatoon might be the best game to get if you're in preparation or you're really waiting for the NX Switch. Sorry, I'm so used to saying that. Because while we don't know when the next Splatoon game is coming out for the Switch, we do know it is coming out. And if you're not used to... Because Splatoon does not play like a lot of other shooters. If you're not used to the controls, you might be... there's going to be a lot of players on the new Splatoon game who are already used to the game and how it works. And while I'm sure it'll have some differences, I think starting off with the first Splatoon might be quite beneficial to becoming a master at the game.
Right, but we've had this conversation in the past, but it's still not clear whether this is a new game or a port. I think it's more a port. So it might be the same game, with changes, but it might be the same game. So that's why I'm kind of like,
I hope it's not. I don't know. Or you could be, let's say, if you don't plan on buying this, because I gotta stop thinking like that, because I always think people are like me and buy systems and games as soon as they come out. I know a lot of you guys are not like that. If you're not planning on buying the Switch day one, or I would suggest just buying Splatoon. That's just a personal thing, because if you're not planning on buying the Switch day one, i.e. Dark Boo, I think Splatoon might be the game to get. He said he wasn't. I'm not gonna lie.
It's true. You did. You said it on the podcast. Yeah, I agree. If you don't have, if you have a Wii U and you're not gonna get the Switch, like, they had to do that. If you're not gonna get the Switch like now, then, yeah, I would recommend you get Splatoon. Yeah. Also, did you guys see in the new Splatoon, like, you have new hairstyles? That's so cool. Oh my gosh, it's awesome. But yeah.
Okay. Wait. Oh no. Yeah. Starry. Actually, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh. Okay. So these next two games I am going to list. They haven't come out yet, but I wanted to mention it because I feel like this holiday guide is going to be good for like at least all of November, and then like at least a little bit of December. So I had to mention this because this game's coming out like next week. Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now I don't have the game. SC, actually, I think you have the game, don't you?
What?
Yeah.
Was I not supposed to say that?
Now.
Was it?
Was that where you got that thing that you posted in the Skype chat? Because I saw it and I didn't comment on it. I was like, what the heck is he talking about? I got spoiled. Well, okay, you talk about the game, and then I want to mention something about that game since we're on the topic.
Well, I didn't play the game yet, but what I do know is that we're getting a bunch of new Pokemon. We're in a new place called the Alola region, right? Alola region?
Yes.
Okay. everything's just different than previous Pokemon games. So and it's for the 3DS and it's gonna come out next week. So absolutely, I think that you guys should totally get it. And if you're new to Pokemon, why not start with the newest game? Everyone's gonna be playing it. Everyone's gonna be playing Pokemon Sun and Moon. So I think this is the game to get this holiday season.
Yes. So that's great, and I do suggest buying it, especially because when I found out, let's just say I don't have kind friends, and they're not very considerate. They spoiled me because someone leaked the game. They spoiled me hardcore. So there were some things that I didn't care I was spoiled on. Like, I willingly went out and saw it. I have seen all the Pokemon, and I've seen all their types, and I've seen all their names. I was willingly going to do that when it came out. I just wanted to see what was going on. Because I planned out my teams beforehand. I know I really shouldn't. I also found out the version exclusives, so Staryu, if you want to know, I can tell you that later.
Ooh.
But some things I'm mad about are I found out who the champion is, which you don't want to know who the champion is.
I know who the champion is.
And I found out all of the story climax, like entirely, all of it, and I should have stopped reading. I really should have. But I read it, and I found out literally everything you don't want to know. I don't know how the entire game goes, mind you, but I found out, like, the end of the game, and I was so mad. I saw a screenshot of what the final boss is.
Oh my
and you
God.
don't want to see the screenshot of the final boss. Like, I'm telling you right now, especially if you want to buy it, do not spoil this game for you. You do not want to have this game spoiled for you, because Pokemon Sun and Moon is already, we didn't actually mention it, but Pokemon Sun and Moon is kind of weird because it's unlike a lot of other Pokemon games. Because all the others have the gym challenge. The Alola region does not do that. And there's a lot of other things in this game that it doesn't do, and it involves the story. The story is somewhat predictable in terms of thinking of stories outside Pokemon. It's a similar story. You might be able to tell what it is, what's going on, but the Pokemon games have become slightly formulaic with their stories, and this one is definitely not. So I'm very excited for Pokemon Sun and Moon. I am getting Pokemon Moon, but you do not want to have this game spoiled for you.
By the way,
it will make you upset.
By the way, I just want to say really quickly. Also, isn't there a demo on the eShop?
Oh my gosh, you're right. Yes. You might not be able to do as much because it was probably better if you got it as soon as it came out, because there were like daily events. But I mean, if you still want to check it out, I mean, there's no harm in getting it now.
Yeah. Try it out. See if you like it. If you don't know Pokemon at all, maybe you can just try it out. See, hey, I enjoy this or what. By the way, really quickly. Oh my God, just really quickly before we move on, who are you guys gonna choose for your starters?
Poplio.
What? Why?
I said I said this like almost a year ago. I feel like no, not a year ago, like 6 months ago. I said I was choosing Poplio no matter what.
Why? Oh, SC, who did you choose?
I picked Rowlet.
Good. Wait. So before we move on, what was your explanation? You're gonna explain.
I said I was gonna choose Poplio, and I'm sticking with it.
You're thick.
I mean, I don't hate Primarina. I don't hate her.
Oh, but she. No, my God. Well, yeah, definitely get Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Yeah. Okay.
Staryu, which one are you picking?
Rowlet.
Rowlet. Okay. Also, really quick, which game is everyone getting? I have Sun.
Moon.
I think I'm gonna get Moon. I don't know for sure. Soul's gonna tell me the region exclusive, and then I'm gonna decide. But then I think Moon.
There's also some the things. Actually, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's not a big spoiler, but I don't want to spoil anything.
Sure, that's totally fine.
viewers.
Right.
So this is actually kind of a good segue. Is just like Pokemon Sun and Moon, these games have two different versions, except they're very different. Is Fire Emblem Fates. I've discussed Fire Emblem Fates ad nauseum. I think I'm such a bad person. I have unfinished games, kind of like SZ, but that's not mean. I think he'll relate to this. I still have not finished the third version of Fire Emblem Fates, and it's been like months. I've not even gotten close to finishing it.
The third version. I didn't finish the first version.
I finished the first two. Jeez. Fire Emblem Fates is a weird but amazing game. It is definitely Fire Fire Emblem Awakening is fun and all, but I would really suggest getting Fire Emblem Fates. It's very fun. It's definitely a different type of game. If you like thinking and planning, or even if you want to get into it, it's definitely the game for you. There are 2 versions, technically 3. Birthright is the easier version. I don't really like the aesthetic of it. And a lot of the characters aren't really my favorite. But it's definitely the better game if you have not played a Fire Emblem game. The other version, Conquest, is really hard. There's a way to like cheat into it. There's I forgot what it's called, but it makes the game really easy, and I have used it because I got very annoyed. It was so hard.
That Phoenix mode or whatever.
Yeah, Phoenix mode. It was good because that it's hard. It is really hard. The later levels of Conquest, and then there's Revelations. If you don't want to spend, because I bought the special version of Fire Emblem Fates with both copies on it.
Oh my god.
And Birthright, like I wanted it, and I'm happy I bought that. Don't get me wrong, but if you don't, it suggests getting Revelations, the 3rd version, but that's a lot of money first of all to get even the 1 game and a $20 3rd version, but it suggests doing it if you played both sides, both Birthright and Conquest. While I haven't finished it, you could definitely play one of the games and still play Revelations. But I would not suggest just getting Revelations. In fact, I'm not even sure if you can just single-handedly get Fire Emblem Fates Revelations. But you'll see if you play both versions, there's like pieces. I was already in like the first chapter, and like there are pieces from both games that are extremely relevant. I'm like, oh my gosh, like that makes so much sense. But it's a good game. It'll be expensive, so if you want to get both versions, but if you're a hardcore collector like me, this might be perfect if you want to get both versions. I don't know if the special edition's still around, so.
Hey, SC, you like this game, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh yes, SZ really loves the main character.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
sure.
please. Oh, get out of here. I just figured it out. No. I actually do like Corrin, but
Yep.
not for the reason that you think.
I'm sure it is.
Anyway, yeah, I also recommend this game not for characters. Anyway, I'm not even gonna say it. I also never finished. I got to like chapter 22 in the first one, then I got to chapter 8 in the second one. It's because I also had to do some guide stuff on it, and that always screws up with like the way I have to play games. And but I didn't finish it. I didn't finish any of the versions. But
Tisk.
Was the guide
absolutely
finished?
recommend it. Moving on. We're not going to talk about that.
Oh my god.
Moving on from that. We are, I think, I totally recommend this game along with you. So.
Yay. Okay. Your
My
last game.
My last one. I'm going to actually bring up a Wii U release that released this year, surprisingly. Paper Mario is not the only game. Wow.
Yeah.
The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. It's a remake, yes I know. It's a game that's already been out before, yes I know. But if you haven't played Zelda, if you haven't played Twilight Princess, it'll be $25 at Best Buy, and I figure it'll be the same online and at other places.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is more than half off. This is $25. It comes with an amiibo,
Oh,
the Wolflink amiibo, which is awesome.
Get that amiibo.
Right. It's a very nice amiibo. It's actually going to be useful in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
You'll be able to summon Wolflink there. That's pretty cool. And overall, it's just a great Zelda experience. I don't see why you shouldn't pick this up if you are interested in trying Zelda or haven't played Twilight Princess. To add on to that, the Wind Waker HD is also available on the Wii U, and it's a Nintendo Select, so it's $20. So no excuses. If you're new to Zelda, now is the chance to get into it for a discounted price.
You know what's sad? I have Twilight Princess on the GameCube, the Wii, and the Wii U. It's thanks to my brother. He bought he brought Wii. I bought GameCube, and then he bought Wii U. We have like all the Twilight Princess. We have like 3 versions. Which one do you want to play? GameCube, Wii, or Wii U? Oh, I'm just sorry. I had to bring it up. It's funny. But yeah, here is. I guess we're gonna move on to my game. This is my
Yeah.
last game. This game didn't come out yet, but we pretty much know what it is. Okay, this comes out like
When does it
December
come
2nd.
out?
December 2nd.
Ah.
It's called Super Mario Maker for 3DS. So it's pretty much you can make your own Super Mario levels. Wait, can you make your own levels in this game? Actually, I don't even know.
I think so. I would.
I
Think,
hope
it's,
so.
It's
I mean, you're
basically.
supposed to.
It's like a simplified version of it, though.
Yeah, it's simplified. That's what I was worried about. I was thinking like,
Ooh.
wait, like how exactly is
The
it?
difference
Go ahead.
is that you can't upload levels online. You can only share them to people like not Street Pass but local download play. That's how you share your levels. There's no online
Right.
functionality thing.
Thank you for bringing that
Oh.
up because I forgot.
And yeah, that's kind of a big issue.
Yeah, I wasn't. I like Super Mario Maker on Wii U, but I like Super Mario Maker on Wii U. I mean, I'm not. There's definitely nothing wrong with this because, especially if you're not the type of person who is, well, you actually could be like me. If you just want to try out the game and have a little fun with yourself, this is definitely the choice for you because I don't play Super Mario Maker that much anymore. So, I mean, I definitely got my money's worth out of it, but if you're not as dedicated to games even as much as I was, Super Mario Maker for 3DS would definitely be the choice for you because it's, you don't want to spend $60 on a game you won't play for that long, where Super Mario Maker for 3DS is probably the cheaper and more frugal choice, especially if you can't pay for it and your parents are may buy it for you.
Yeah, and also, just having it on the go, maybe it could be more enjoyable to just, sit around, go to different, and just get more inspiration for making levels. That's what I mean. Like going
Woohoo.
outside, that's what I mean. And maybe you'll make a level like I did. Soul can't do it like me.
Oh god.
Is
you
that
really
did I?
talking
I
about
wonder if that
level.
got erased off of the place.
I wonder if it's like, how long has that been? Has it that game isn't a year old though, is it?
I think actually I think it is.
yeah.
It is.
Sometime
Oh my
last-
gosh, that means that
2015.
level's a year. That means that level's a year old.
Yeah. Just go down.
Because you made it like the first day.
I did.
Ugh.
I did. And so I was like, I hate you when he first played it. Really quickly before we move on, because that was my last game, I just want to bring up that there are so many great eShop games to buy off the Nintendo eShop. If you have a Wii U, you could totally ask for like a $35, $50 eShop card, and you can get a bunch of great classic games. I want to bring up games like Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks, amazing game for the DS. Mario Hoops 3-on-3, I know some people don't like it, but I love that game. And also, if you're wondering where this came from at the beginning of the podcast,
Bananas.
you can buy the game Mario vs. Donkey Kong. That's actually on the Wii U eShop. It's been on there for like a while now, I think. It's
Yep.
on the Wii U eShop. Not in America. Whoops. It's I just looked it up. It's in Europe. If you're in Europe, hey, if you're European, you listen to the podcast, or you're Australian, hey, you can get it. If you're American, I'm sorry, it's not no eShop yet. Darn you, Nintendo. You should totally get Mario vs. Donkey Kong. That's a great game. But yeah, there's so many great eShop games, and I believe me and SC did a podcast about that. 20 Nintendo eShop games you should own. That's episode 235, and you should go listen to it because we mentioned some really great eShop games like Ace Attorney, Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. Hey,
Right?
so there's so many good games that you can get off the eShop, and you should totally go check the podcast out because there are a bunch of great eShop games. But yeah, that's
If I'm gonna add actually three more, but I don't. Well, two more because I don't think it'll be out by then. You're definitely gonna want to look for Shovel Knight. I've said it like multiple times. I've talked about the game. I've gushed about it. Yeah, blah blah blah. But it's on the 3DS and Wii U. But every time I mention it, I don't like mentioning it just for the sake of it. The next special version of Shovel Knight, where it's an entirely new campaign with a different playable character and different mechanics. I forgot what it's called, but it's with Spectre Knight, the Grim Reaper boss character. That's who you're gonna play as. That is coming out shortly. I'm not exactly sure if it's gonna be here by Christmas time, but it will definitely be here soon. So I always will suggest Shovel Knight. And this game has been out for another different game now, but this game's been out for a while, I think. But I played it I think 2 Christmases ago or something. I'm 90 now. I almost feel like I'm lying, but Guacamelee, I'm pretty sure, is on the 3D or the Wii U. That's kind of like Metroid or Castlevania. That's how people like compare it in that genre of things.
Ooh.
It's on Wii U. If I really hope I'm not lying because I don't want to have another Donkey Kong moment. So I'm gonna Google it right now.
Don't worry.
Guacamelee. Okay, but yeah, if you like games like Metroid, not like Metroid Prime. I'm talking like Super Metroid stuff like that. You're gonna want to see it. And yes, I believe it is on the Wii U. Hold on, let's just check. Yes, it's on Wii U. I did not lie to you.
Oh,
It is
okay.
on the Wii U. So Guacamelee, you should definitely try that out. There's a lot of different. It's so good.
So good.
Yes. Sorry. But if you're looking for a challenge, this is the game for you too. It's not like ridiculously hard, but if you're like just willing to push the barriers on your comfort zone, get this game. It's also really cheap because it's an eShop game, so get it. My last choice is also on the eShop, but I think you can buy a physical version now, and I played it, but I'm not really into it that much anymore. But I know a lot of our viewers will be, so I'm really... I bet you guys already have it on your mind, but it's Minecraft for Wii U. It's only $30, and it's pretty much what it is. I mean, you can still go online and stuff, if I remember correctly, but there's also, like, the Mario pack, where you can have a whole bunch of Mario skins, and, like, a Mario texture pack. It's simple. It's if you have it on PC already, maybe this might not be the game for you. But if you're looking to get into like one last game for the Nintendo Switch, this is the game for you because I think it holds a lot of possibility. Minecraft Wii U. Okay. Do you have any closing thoughts for the holiday season?
I just want to say that, if you have a 3DS, there are so many good games for you to get. And if you don't have a 3DS, this is the time to get a 3DS. There are so many great games, like we mentioned, and during the podcast, Kirby playing a Robobot, Smash Bros. For 3DS, and there's so much more. Fire Emblem Fates. There's also Fire Emblem Awakening.
Oh yeah.
There's Bravely Default. I actually have Bravely Default, Bravely Default 2. I have both of those games. There's so many good games to get for the 3DS. So this is the time to get a 3DS. It's only $100. So if you don't have one, now is the perfect time to get one. Just tell mommy and daddy you want the new 3DS and get the 3DS and enjoy it. And yeah. For Wii U owners, there's still if you bought a Wii U like recently, like maybe last year or like maybe this year you did, there's still some good games you can get. Like we mentioned, Smart 3D World, Super Smash Bros. Wii U. Oh my God, you have to have that. The Legend of Zelda games, Twilight Princess, and Wind Waker. Like I said, there's just so many good games. So just now is the time to get those games. Just take notes from what you listened to today on the podcast, and yeah, hopefully you get all the games you want this Christmas.
Woohoo! Okay, so I think I'm gonna discuss the news pretty quickly because I think with the holidays coming up really shortly, usually news is scarce. We did have actually a bit more Pokemon Sun and Moon news. It leaked there are 2 or 3 new Ultra Beasts. One of them, they said it's not an Ultra Beast, but I think it is. It's this weird, like, boxy looking black Pokemon thing. I don't know what else to call it. It has rainbow hands. It's weird. I remember, I know what it's called and the details, but I'm not going to spoil it. But there's also 2 other Pokemon. One of them looks like origami, like an origami kite. And the other looks like a giant, like, pillar monastery looking thing. They seem to be version exclusives. I'm not sure if they are. Like, literally, I'm not sure if they are. They might be version exclusives, which is what I was going to talk to Starry about, but I realized I was going to cover it anyway. The Core scans seem to suggest it, but if you're getting Sun, you'll get the weird kite-looking one, and if you're getting Moon, you'll get the weird monastery teal-looking thing. I'm not exactly sure if they are version exclusives, but they seem to be. Also, the Korokoro scans didn't show Primarinas, but Decidueye and what's his name? Jeez, why can't I remember the name? Give me a second. Incineroar. They both have Z moves that have been shown out, shown off, and Decidueye's is called Shadow Arrow Strike in Japan, and Incineroar's is called Hyper Dark Crusher, also in Japan. I'm willing to bet Primarina is, but we don't know what the story is. Finally, this is something that I think I probably should have mentioned. I didn't know if it was right for me to mention it, but there's also the NES Mini that is out. It was recently, available, and basically it's kind of like the original NES, but it's only a few games on it, but they're a lot of them are really good, like Super Mario Brothers, of course, The Legend of Zelda, Ice Climber, stuff like that. They're all on there. So that, I guess that kind of ties into the topic. If you want to buy the NES Classic Edition or whatever you want to call it, that's something that's always an option. Still don't know if I'm gonna buy it personally. I don't think I will, but that'd be cool. That's all the news for this week. That's honestly not that bad though, because I'm sure we're gonna get a lot of news shortly. Maybe not this week, maybe not next week, but news will be coming. So look forward to that. Okay, so do you want to go into what have you been doing? Because we definitely have time.
Sure. Let's do what have you been doing? So let's go over what's happening this week. Actually, because we just talked about the NES Classic Edition, I want to bring that up. So, I tried to buy it. It came out yesterday, November 11th. So it came out yesterday, and I wasn't able to get it because all the stores are sold out. And we have I don't know exactly what you call them, but some people bought like a bunch of them, and they're selling them online for ridiculous amounts, like 200, 300. What do you call those types of people?
In the
Scalpers.
Amiibo community, we call them scalpers. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what they are. And if you are doing that, I just want to say you are trash of the earth. That's a saying I haven't used in a while, and that's brought back. Trash of the earth. Because I was like waiting in line, and then like they were like, oh yeah, we don't have any available. I'm just like, oh my god. I was like, oh, really? Gee whiz. And I was at GameStop, then I went to Target, no. Best Buy, no. I even went to freaking a Toys R Us, and they're like, oh, no, sorry. But one thing though, when I was at Target, a Nintendo rep was there. Apparently, a Nintendo rep, sometimes there's some type of people who go in the area to see like make sure the stores are stocked and have they have the games or the consoles in stock. So he said that unfortunately, all the places in my area are sold out, but they said that like during December, like closer to December, all the stores are gonna stock up a lot. Like they're gonna have a bunch of NES Classic Editions in the area, so there's gonna be a bunch. They're gonna stock up a bunch on them. They just wanted to have like a small release, so a few people can get it. So at least I'm happy that they're gonna more is gonna be available. I'm really happy more is gonna be available, because I was like, oh man, really? And you couldn't pre-order it either, because all the places, no place online or wherever was like you can pre-order this when it comes out. That wasn't a thing, so it really sucks. But hopefully I'll get it soon, because I really want to get it. I want to just get it, and I heard actually the quality of the games are actually a lot better. I don't know if you guys heard that. But the quality of the games actually are, better than the games on the eShop. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I did hear that. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, and other than that, what else has been going on? I've been playing lots of Smash Brothers, lots of Mario Kart 8 recently.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've been just destroying people. I've also been playing with Dark Boo, Super Zambezi, and a little bit with Yoshi Man.
Oh my goodness.
Of course, I put Yoshi Man in his place every match, as he deserves to be. I'm trying to think of what interesting things have happened. We also play Mario Kart Wii, but I'm gonna say that for SC because I don't want to mention the things that this little sneak over here did. He's a little sneak. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Not much has happened. I've been playing a lot of Mario Party Star Rush. Of course, I unlocked Donkey Kong. Hoo-ha. Of course. I love when you pick Donkey Kong. He's like, oh, I love that. I love that so much. And I also unlocked Diddy Kong, so that's pretty cool. I have both Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, so double the who and the ha. Yeah, that's it. That's all I've been doing. So that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Okay.
As the since Starry mentioned something about Mario Kart Wii, start off with that, please.
Okay, sure. Yeah, it was actually last night we played Mario Kart Wii Custom Tracks online. Yes, that's a thing. Yes, you can do it. Yes, it's pretty awesome. But we played that last night after a while, and here's the thing with me that you have to understand is that when it comes to a game like Mario Kart, I like to be mischievous. I just do. I do. I like it. I'd like to do that, okay? I'm sorry. And I mean, like when I play with my brothers or my family or friends in real life, it's like it's okay to go out of my way to knock you off the course or something ridiculous like that, because that's like the thing. You go back and forth and it's fun. Whatever, it's fine. Unfortunately, when we play online, it's a little bit more focused on winning. So if that happens, there's vendettas thrown, okay, and some other words thrown that I will not repeat here.
Was this last night?
Yes.
Why do you have that saved?
How do I not have that saved? Yes, at that particular moment. Oh my gosh. Boo actually did something to me. I'll get to that in a moment. But I was getting him back. It was the end of a race.
Excuse.
I need to have something. It was the end of the race. And Boo is in like 4th place, and he gets a thundercloud, and he's chugging along. He's almost at the finish line. Little does he know that I am behind him. Actually, a few spots behind him. There are a few people in front of me, and I get triple reds. And so he's starting to fall back because he has the tiny. He's tiny because of the thundercloud, and he's almost at the finish line. I shot my red shells at him, and so he started getting hit right before the finish line, and I didn't throw them all at once. I threw one, and then another one slowly, and the third one I already passed the finish line. But so he got hit right in front of the finish line, and he ended up getting 11th place.
I had a bullet bill, and then I passed by, and I just see Boo just stop at the finish line. I'm like, oh, I don't even know if I hit him with the bullet bill or what, but like I was like, oh crap.
But the reason I was like this is because he, albeit accidentally, got a thundercloud onto me when I was in 2nd place and I was doing really well. So I have at least somewhat of an excuse, even though it was an accident. But that's the thing. That's my point. Is that that's the kind of person I am in Mario Kart. I like to be mischievous. So like I'm always hoping that somebody like goes after me and does something to me, so I have a reason to go after them, because it's fun. It's fun, and I don't think we're gonna mention the bridge incident. Yeah, I'm not gonna bring that up. That's
I have
better
a
left
feeling I
unsaid.
know exactly what happened for the bridge incident.
So I want you to guess. What do you think happened at the bridge?
I'm assuming someone fell off a bridge in the game due to somebody else's misdoings. But, just a guess.
You know what? I'm already at it. Let's get into this.
Oh, yeah.
A few months back, and I'm pretty sure we've mentioned this on the podcast.
Oh,
we were
no.
playing Mario Kart 64, and it was just me, Boo, and Staryu. Just the 3 of us, no computers. We were playing Yoshi's Valley, and Boo was mad at us.
He was mad at
We
you
laughed.
because he got hit by your green shell and fell off Rainbow Road.
No, that's why. I thought he was mad because we were laughing.
It was your green shell. 'Cause I heard Toad say, "Yeah." Your Toad was laughing, so it was you.
He was mad at me then, and we played Yoshi's Valley after Rainbow Road, and so Boo had a vendetta against me, and he was going after me that entire race. And after like the 2nd lap, I wasn't having it anymore, and so I was going after him again, and it got to the point where it was a red shell, right?
It was a red shell.
It was a red shell. He was approaching there's a couple bridges on Yoshi's Valley. This is the one that's like, how would you describe this one? It's the one under, you have to go under like a rock
We were doing
platform.
mirror. We were doing mirror. It's the bridge with a bunch of items before it.
Okay, that one. It's not the shortcut one, right?
That's actually the quickest way.
Oh, it's the quickest way then. He was approaching that bridge, and I shot my red shell, and it hit him in just the right moment where he went flying off the bridge and into the abyss. And you're not supposed to fall off here. This game, this is not a place where you fall off. So it took extra long for him to just fall to the bottom slowly, like
He
float.
ricocheted. Apparently, I guess the impact ricocheted off the bridge, and he just slowly fell. And as he's laughing his head off, oh my god!
Oh my goodness. So that happened, and that was a big deal, and it's been funny ever since. Then we played Mario Kart Wii yesterday. And I think this is the first track that we played together, the three of us. Yoshi's Valley, the custom track for Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah.
Second lap, Boo passes the big egg at the end of the level, and he's on another bridge. And I'm behind him, and I get a bullet bill, so I activate it while he's on the bridge, and he gets knocked off the bridge again. He goes flying off the bridge. It was a repeat. It was a repeat of the N64 version. That happened as our first track, so that set the tone of last.
And that was after he got squashed by the egg.
That sounds like normal Mario Kart shenanigans.
Oh my gosh! So, like, this is so funny for me. That's why I like to be mischievous, and I wish people were mischievous back to me. Unfortunately, we're a little too focused on racing, which, I mean, yes, it's Mario Kart.
The way to ruin that for SC is just be like, SC, why would you do that? Then he starts feeling bad.
Seriously, I think Boo did that on purpose. Is that he's purposely not going after me, and I'm like, please go after me. I feel horrible now, please. Ugh. But that happened. Mario Kart Wii. Star, you mentioned that we've played some Smash. Yep, that was fun. And I also have been playing more Star Rush. Ended up playing Boo's Block Party. That's a lot of fun. It's a side mode. And I also played Challenge Tower, which I love. I love the Minesweeper like challenge there. It's actually pretty hard. Let me back that up. It can be challenging if you could lose if you're not patient. It's easy to just make one mistake and that's it. Game over. You can use amiibos to bring yourself back, which is what I did when I did the 500 floor challenge, which I finished. I did it. But I had to use 5 amiibos because I got zapped 5 times. And they were all not because like I wasn't sure what to do. It was because I got impatient and I moved too quickly and I just ran into a bad spot. But yeah, lots of fun. I'm going to re-recommend Star Rush. It's a great game. If you want more on it, go listen to our previous podcast, episode 240 on Star Rush. And that's all I've been doing.
Okay. I mean, that's a lot of games. Unfortunately, I don't have all that. I think I mentioned before. Yeah, I was talking to SC. I was like, I had a really busy week, and it's not going to stop. I'm pretty much going to have a busy school year, which, boo to me. But I recently got back into playing I think it's because of Pokemon coming up soon. I got back into playing it. I started playing Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon again today, which is kind of ironic because, I didn't really think about how, oh my gosh, wait, that was like the big suggestion I had last year was Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon on the 3DS for the Holiday Shopping Guide of 2015. So, yeah, it's still pretty fun. I don't think I'd take back anything I said before. I can see why I stopped playing it because it does get once after the epilogue. I mean, there is still a lot to do, but it can get mundane. But just like how I said before, you can come back to it at any time, and it's still fun. It's just you can't really play it for that long. Like I'm gonna be honest. I mean, if Pokemon Sun and Moon didn't come out, I'd probably be stopping right around then anyway. So, because it's going to be a week. It comes out a week from today-ish. So, yeah, but it's still really fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. I have a new appreciation for some different Pokemon that I didn't have before, possibly just because of how Mystery Dungeon works. But, what else have I been doing? Oh, I don't know, man. I've had a really busy week. I had a math quiz to do, and that was like taking up most of my week, and then I have a math test to do tomorrow, so that took the rest of the week up. And I had a lot of shopping to do, so my week's just kind of been boring. I'm sorry to end it on a lackluster note. I don't have any stories of kicking butt and pushing people off of bridges, but
Oh, here we go.
That's fine.
Let's do that.
Push me off a bridge.
There
And
we go.
with that,
That's a good note to end
that's-
on.
Yeah, that's the end of the podcast. Can you guys give your ending information?
Well, what's
Oh
the
wait, no,
ending?
I have to do.
Yeah.
I have to say my ending information. I was literally sorry.
Trying
awkward
to
moment.
push the
No, you want to know
push
what I
it
was gonna
onto
do
us.
is I was gonna give you guys the ending. Say your stuff, and I was gonna say all the junk. Here's what I was gonna go say. You can subscribe to the Lost Levels podcast on iTunes because we're great, and we would love if you gave us rating and reviews because they help us grow and they help us smile. Also, of course, you can check out the actual website for us, the Lost Levels at MarioPartyLegacy.com, and you can check out the community and such at MarioPartyLegacy.com. Nothing else, but there's also the forums, MarioPartyLegacy.com/forums. And we're on social media. We're especially on, Twitter. You'll see us a lot. That's probably the most active one, Lost Levels MPL. As for moi, you know where to find me. Compete on whatever it's called. They change it all the time. Miiverse, Nintendo Network, that stuff. Yeah.
By the way, just want to quickly mention you should definitely join the forum, MarioPartyLegacy.com/forum, because Party Planner is out and you could submit your boards, and we would love to see the boards you make, and submit your Mario Party 1, Mario Party 2, Mario Party 3 boards to us so we can see and play and have fun. So yeah, definitely check that out as well. I am SpiderStar everywhere on YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, Nintendo Network, and Google+. All of it is SpiderStar. Also, I have an Instagram. Please follow me on Instagram. I am SpiderStar on there. And you could just see me. And yeah.
There's more? You have to tell me about this later after the podcast.
So I'm Super Sassy on Twitter, Nintendo Network, and YouTube, and I still do my live streams every Wednesday noon ? Actually, we had daylight savings time recently last Sunday, and
Yeah.
Arizona does not observe it, so I don't know what I'm going to do with my schedule. That means I have to adjust to everyone else. So I don't know. It might be at noon Pacific time or 1 p.m. Pacific time. I'm not sure.
His part of Arizona.
Yeah, it's not even the full thing.
I'm not gonna rag on it, but Arizona's a they're smart, to be honest. I hate daylight savings time for the most part. It's kind of beneficial to me because if we didn't change the clocks, I was going to my bus in pitch blackness. Seriously, the sun was not out at all, and it was pretty much pitch black. But I still don't like daylight savings time because it gets complicated. You guys are smart. But it's awful because only part of Arizona doesn't do it. Part of it does, and
well, the main populated area does. I think it's the northern Arizona. It's more like the reservation over there.
Yeah, I know.
They don't do it. So
Smart people.
yeah,
They
yes and
observe it.
no. I mean, and it makes sense why they do daylight savings times because, think of the farmers. That's the whole reason is that what time they get up to do their crops and stuff like this. That was the reason, and do we still need it? Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, this is my ending information, so I don't know. We're talking about this. I know, because I don't know when my stream is. So maybe noon, maybe 1. Who knows?
Okay, well, that was actually a really great episode. I hope you guys are ready and willing to buy a whole bunch of games. And
Oh, yeah.
I hope our suggestions were helpful. Make sure to keep listening, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.